buddies, it's Carmen and this is a Crochet With Me vlog, and I was going to share my Christmas, what I did / am doing for Christmas, but I still haven't seen people that I'm going to give them to, so I don't want this to spoil anything, because I'm just giving away crocheted stuff this year. Spoilers. To my friends who I haven't seen yet. But anyway, I'm going to roll up some yarn because I used a bunch of this. I'm going to roll this back up and I'm going to talk about my year in review for 2017, the things I did, the things I liked, etc., etc. So here we go. So if you haven't seen my old roll up video, what I do is I roll up my own balls, because if you have it like this, it's really loose, but it's also like if you have too much hanging out, then it gets kind of not like cumbersome, but it's messy. So what I do is I roll it up like this. So I make a couple rounds in my fingers. I do this, I usually count to 10 or 7. So this is about 7. I didn't count, spoilers. And then I tie it up like that, so it goes in a bow. This is my cute bow, you guys. So I put this like knot or whatever in between 2 fingers like that, and then I twirl around the 2 fingers. So it creates a little like ball. I go up a little bit, over. See how I'm going up here but down here? Do that like 10 times and then I flip it. I just flip my hand because it's easier, so this hand just keeps going. And then again, I go up here and then down here, so it goes like that. And then, it creates like this little X. I don't know if I was this in-depth last time. Anyway, you could turn it again so that there's no X facing you. So then I go up again, however many times, and then I switch it around, and then I go up here and down here like that, creating another little X. It's kind of hard to see. X like that. So then I do this a couple times. Then you do it loosely enough so that you can pull your hands out, or hand out. So then, see how it's loose in the middle there? So then I was tying it pretty tight, but you want to go loose. You want to go real loose. So after that, you just go to a spot where there's no X, and then you go up and down. I usually go in a straight line, and then I adjust this, accordingly. And then I flip it around and I go in an X again. And then I turn it 90 degrees, X, and so on and so forth. Anyway, so I'm going to start talking about my year in review. So I found this sweater. I can't remember when, and I don't even remember where, but I think it's Old Navy. I think I found it at the beginning of the year, or maybe the end of last year. But this has been my to-go sweater. I wore it during spring. I wore it during summer, when it wasn't too hot. I wore it during fall, and I'm wearing it right now. It is winter. All throughout the year. I don't know. I have never really worn orange before, but the orange, and I love stripes. Love stripes. And the orange and the tan really do it for me. So this is my sweater of the year. I don't know if you have a category for that, but this is like the outfit, the, clothing item of the year. That's what this is. So I decided to wear it for the video. Holla. And then the other thing, I don't really have jeans of the year because, I don't really care all that much. Although I did buy tan jeggings from Target, and those are great. I've never worn tan pants before, except for khakis. But these aren't khakis. They're khaki colored, but not khakis. Anyway, those I guess would be the pants of the year, but I can't wear it with this because I would just be all tan. All tan. Anyway, so then I have like shoes of the year. So I've never worn Toms before, but I found these fake Toms called Bobs, and they're by Skechers. And I started a new job in April, and when I started that new job, I literally walk 11,000 steps a day. So on bad days, I walk 11,000 steps. On good days, I walk 9,000 steps. So I'm literally on my feet all day. In the summer, you don't want to wear like sneakers because I don't know, it gets too hot. And so I wore these like fake Toms called Bobs, and they are great. I don't know if real Toms has the like support on the sole area, but dude, Bobs do, and they really help. They really take off the impact of, walking 11,000 steps a day. And I went on vacation to Florida, Disneyland, and I wore them all day over there, and it was great. Those are my shoes of the year, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna add another fashion thing. This is makeup, and I don't know if like this matters at all to anybody who watches this, but I love crazy lipstick. Like my favorite lipstick, I really want like a nice like green lipstick, not, emerald or tealy, but like a good lime green lipstick. I don't know, or like a grass green lipstick. And can I just apologize? My neighbor's dog is barking, and he does that because he's a Schnauzer. I forget. Yeah, I think they're Schnauzers. They bark a lot. They're just barky dogs. Anyway, he's real sweet. He just barks a lot. Barks at everything. Anyway, so that my lipstick of the year, my good friend Rhea, hi Rhea, she gave me this lipstick for my birthday / going away because we used to work together, and but when I left my old job to go to this new job, she gave me this blue lipstick. It was gorgeous, dark blue, and it's called Heroine. It's by Urban Decay, and it's gorgeous. I have a picture of me wearing it, which I will put up on the screen now. Boom. But it looks black in the picture, so yeah, just, because it was dark and the angle. Anyway, it's amazing lipstick. So I just want a reason to wear it again, and that's why I do these videos, so I can wear lipstick. Crazy lipstick. Okay, moving on to media. So I'm doing Game of the Year, and this was hard to pick because, I played a game at the end of the year while I was procrastinating called Animal Crossing. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's on the 3DS. It's New Leaf, the Welcome Amiibo edition. And it's the best game. Anyway, I was playing Animal Crossing and it took over my life. I basically stopped doing anything that required me to do anything. Like I basically stopped bullet journaling and planning out my life because all I did was play Animal Crossing when I wasn't with people, basically. So Animal Crossing would have been the Game of the Year, but I wanted to do a Game of the Year where it came out this year, so I picked Persona 5. And if you don't know what Persona 5 is, it's kind of like it is a Japanese, it's a role-playing game. A Japanese role-playing game. It is Japanese, but I don't know if that constitutes anyway, it's a Japanese role-playing game. So the backstory is Taylor got me this game called Persona, and it's basically like you build up relationships in the game, like friendships or girlfriendships and flirty ships, and those give you power. Oh, I finished my little pineapple, by the way. At the end, you kind of just roll around in the middle and then tuck it in like that. Then you pull this out when you want to use it again. Untie this. And it's good to use again. And then it just comes out of here. And then usually what I do is I put this in a bowl and then it comes out really easily. Or, I don't know, however else you want to do it. So I have another ball to do, and see, it's all squishy. So I don't have to do them, but I like doing them because it's a good time waster, and I was gonna have to do them anyway, so I might as well do them for a Crochet With Me vlog, right? So anyway, Persona 5 Game of the Year. So you build up relationships and they help you in the game. Basically, like, it goes with the tarot cards. So the only one I can really remember is the Fool, okay? The Fool is a tarot card. And the Fool is like, each tarot card represents a different relationship. So in, I played 3 a long time ago. Persona 3, a long time ago. And Fool was like the team relationship. So that was story driven, and your relationship would go up, as the story went along. But most of them you have to build. Like the hard thing about Persona is you have a limited time, and it's usually like a couple of months. Like I think 3 is like 9 months, and then I think 5 was like also 9 months. It's usually like a year, like a school year, because you're high schoolers, and you're battling monsters. And Persona 5 was just like, it took over Taylor and my and Taylor's life. I don't know how. Me and Taylor's life. It took over our life, and it was just like so dark, but funny and hilarious, and it's just kind of hard to explain, but it was a really good game. So anyway, that was real good. That's the game of the year. Long story short, game of the year 2017, Persona 5. Okay, show of the year. I cheated because this didn't come out in 2017. This came out a long time ago, and not only did it come out a long time ago, it ended a long time ago too. So, okay, it's Forensic Files. Okay, before you get on me about Forensic Files, I literally cannot stop watching it. I don't care if Netflix only has like 9 collections and there's like 40 episodes each, and I've already seen each episode like 10 times. I can't stop watching it. It's like just good background noise. I don't know. It's so great, and I love Forensic Files. And if you don't want me to cheat and I have to pick a real show of the year that came out in 2017, I'm gonna pick Planet Earth 2, because I also just watched that on Netflix, and it came out in 2017, and it was the best. It's basically another documentary. I don't watch a lot of documentaries, but I'll watch true crime documentaries, and I'll watch animal documentaries. So yeah, Planet Earth is an animal documentary, and it's the best animal documentary ever. And I love David Attenborough, and he makes me feel guilty for being a human being, and I don't care because animals. Okay, movie of the year. We watch a lot of movies, and there was a long time where there was no good movies during the summer. I don't know if you guys noticed, but that's all Taylor and I could talk about. Like, whenever we wanted to watch a movie and there were no movies, we were like, oh my god, there's nothing out, and we had to buy our own popcorn machines. Yeah, that happened. But yeah, so the movies of the year, I picked 2 because I'm a cheater, and one's animated and one's, real life. Okay, the animated one is Coco, because if you haven't seen Coco, get a giant tissue box, and then just be prepared to cry the whole time, because that's basically what I did. And then it was a beautiful movie. Just freaking beautiful. It's probably like in my top 3 Pixar movies. But it's also a movie I would never ever watch again because one of my other favorite Pixar movies, Big Hero 6, something happens. I guess I can tell you. I don't know if it's a spoiler, but the main character's brother dies, and I just cried the whole time that the brother was alive because I was like, this is the last time you'll ever see him, and you have to cherish these moments just because I'm like a huge, I don't know. There's something wrong with me, is what I'm saying. But yeah, Coco is beautiful, and the story was great, and it had a good message, and I'm like just tearing up just thinking about it. So I'm going to stop talking about it and go into my next movie of the year, which is obviously going to be Star Wars. Yeah, Star Wars was great, and I'm not going to hear anybody else talk about how you didn't like it, because I don't care about your opinions, and I already had to deal with a Star Wars hater during The Force Awakens, and I love The Force Awakens, so I'm just ended at I love Star Wars, and that was my second movie of the year. Boom. My runner-up would have been Guardians of the Galaxy. Sorry. All right, book of the year. This one, I also cheated, and it wasn't a book that came out this year. It was a book I read this year, and I didn't read very many books this year, but I read In Cold Blood by Truman Capote, and it was so good. This was my first true crime book, and it was after I watched, like, literally all of Forensic Files twice, and I watched a bunch of more documentaries, and I listened to, like, all the true crime podcasts I could stand, and this, like, reading it, like, shook me. Like, not like, you know, the 2017 teenagers, oh my god, it shook me. Like, it rocked me where I was like, because it reads like a fiction story, and that's why I picked it, because everyone's like, oh, you know, before Truman Capote, it was read like a newspaper article, which is boring, snooze. But I read this one because it was recommended if you wanted to read a true crime book that read like a fiction novel, and it's like, parts of it was like, oh my god, it's so dark, and it's hard to believe this actually happened in real life. Whereas, I guess when I watch it, it's less real. I don't know. Just sometimes I'm just like, what's wrong with people? You know what I mean? But yeah, that one was like, what's wrong with people? What's wrong with people? Now I'm going to go on to podcasts of the year, because as I just mentioned, I listen to podcasts. I listen to them on my way to work. And I listen to them... No, that's it. On my way to work. To and from work, I mean. And one of them is a true crime podcast. It's Once Upon a Crime. And I don't know why I love it so much. I found out that the creator is in Campbell, and she's awesome. And I think I've only listened to, like... I listen to all my podcasts on rotation, right? So I found out she's in Campbell, and I love it. And I think what's also great is the music. The only thing that annoys me is it doesn't loop well. And once you hear it, it bugs you. So I'm sorry I told you. Well, the episodes that I listen to don't loop well, so I don't know if she fixed it in the future. But yeah, they don't loop well. Like, the background music doesn't loop well. But they're all themed. So she did, I can't remember what the first series was, or if this was the first series, but she did, like, captors that, like, people who kidnapped people and kept them for a long time. And then she did, like, kid killers, meaning killers who were kids. And then she did, like, The Day the Music Died, which is celebrities who died from others' hands. And then the last one was, the one that a series that I'm listening to right now is, fans who killed their fans who killed the people that they were a fan of. So I think the next one is going to be John Lennon, which is exciting. And yeah, the one that I rave about the most, I think, is the Tupac and Biggie one, because I didn't know all that stuff about Tupac and Biggie. So that was one of my podcasts of the year. Another one of my podcasts of the year, which I'm going to cheat because it's going to be my podcast of the year every year, is The Dollop. I just love it so much. If you don't know what The Dollop is, it's basically a history podcast. Most of the time they do American history, but sometimes they do Australian history. And it's just messed up things that happened in history. And they just make fun of it because they're both comedians. And I love them so much. I love them so much. And then the runner-up would have been Welcome to Night Vale, because I finally caught up to Welcome to Night Vale, so I'm really happy because I finally caught up. But yeah, Taylor and I went to a Welcome to Night Vale show, and it was great, and I loved it. All right, app of the year. It's a game app, and it's the one that I used the most because I don't really play it anymore, but it's Final Fantasy Xvius. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's F-F-E-X-V-I-U-S. Xvius. And it's this really fun, like, it looks like a 16-bit or maybe 64-bit 8-bit. I don't know, you guys. It's basically like a pixelated game, and I don't know, use energy, like all those other games. Alright, I'm almost done, and I'm almost done with my year in review. So my favorite memories, I'm just going to go through them real quick. I got a new job, which was great. I like my new job. It has its ups and it has its downs, but what job doesn't? And I really like everyone I work with, which is it's really something hard to say, because I liked everyone I worked with a couple of jobs ago, but ever since then, it's been like really rocky. Real rocky. Then I went to Florida with my boyfriend. Disneyland was awesome, and our anniversary, which is why we go on these trips, was awesome. And yeah, it was all good times. It was all good times. Then after, all summer was basically wedding prep for one of my good friends' weddings, which was in August. And it was beautiful, and I cried, and yeah, it was just beautiful. Then I'm fasting forward a little bit, but my friend and his wife had a baby, and they had a baby shower, and they had like 100-day, after she gives birth, then they have like 100-day celebration. So basically, my friend's wife's family is from a part in China where they do the celebration after 100 days. Personally, our family does it after 30 days, so it's between 1 month and 3 months that celebration can happen. So yeah, that was nice. And then also another baby thing, my good friend, I've known this person since middle school, and she is about to have a baby anytime. Like literally she could be having it right now. But she also had a baby shower, and I love that couple so much. Like, they're my favorite celebrity couple. But yeah, my friend Abby and her husband Charlie, they're having a baby, and I love them so much. And I can't wait for Aubrey to come out. Oh my god, Aubrey! But yeah, those have been my favorite memories all year. Alright, so I'm done with this. And yeah, so I guess I'm done with this video. Thanks for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!